Wentzville for the championship game of the Rolling Thunder tournament. Today we have the Kirkwood Stars against the A2 Meramec Sharks. This is not the same Sharks team that Kirkwood, which is an A3 team, played yesterday morning. That was Meramec's A3 team, a team that Kirkwood dealt with 3-1 en route to their championship appearance. This will be Meramec's A2 team at the Peewee level. And with Meramec not having an A1 team this year, this is Meramec's top team at the Peewee level. So how did we get here? You know, Kirkwood dropped their opening game of the tournament 5-1 in a game that they didn't really put their best foot forward. They came out, gave up the first goal of the game for the first time all season, came out pretty slow, pretty flat in that first period, bounced back with a really nice second period, even the game 1-1. Looked like they had their energy and urgency back, looked like they had their effort back, but then when St. Peter's took the lead in the third period, the wheels really fell off. Energy dropped, urgency dropped, effort dropped, and St. Peter's really broke that game open and put Kirkwood in a deep hole, not only in the win-loss column, but also in the goal differential column. So they had a big uphill battle and needed a lot of help to get here to this championship game. They did their part, beating Meramec's A3 team 3-1, and then played just an absolute barn burner of a game against Northwest Arkansas, winning that game as well. And that was just back and forth, high octane hockey. The score was only 2-1, but there were scoring chances all game long at both ends of the ice. Both teams deserved way more goals than they got. The goalies just played absolutely incredible hockey at both ends between the pipes. Rory Murray, a heroic performance in goal for the Stars. Northwest Arkansas's goalie matched her most of the way, but Kirkwood did come away with the 2-1 win. So they got the 2 wins they needed, but they still needed help from other games to get to this spot in the championship game. St. Peter's, that team that beat them, ended up losing both of their games, which was huge because they had the head-to-head tiebreaker against the Stars. That A3 Sharks team, which was at the bottom of the standings, got the upset over St. Peter's, helped keep Kirkwood ahead of them in the standings. And then this A2 Sharks team, they defeated the Rockets 5-1. And that big 5-1 victory, the same scoreline in the loss that Kirkwood had, helped Kirkwood pass the Rockets in goal differential. And so that's how they sneak into this championship game after a very rough opener. They got the help they needed, they got the wins they needed. So we're ready to go here. It's going to be a good one. This A2 Meramec team, they did take a tie against that Northwest Arkansas team that has played Kirkwood very close in both declaration season, a 3-2 win for Kirkwood, and then also here in Wentzville, a 2-1 win for Kirkwood. That Arkansas team tied this A2 Meramec team. Outside of that, though, this Meramec squad has just ripped apart its competition with a 7-2 win against St. Peter's and a 5-1 win against the Rockets. So they are good and they are dangerous, and Kirkwood will have its hands full here this morning in Wentzville as they play for the tournament championship. There you see the sticks go in the air around Rory. That means the Stars are ready to play some hockey. Goalies are ready. And the puck is on the ice. Oh, we have a bit of a scoreboard error here, so we'll restart after that. False start. We'll do it again. Liam Gale in the face-off circle for Kirkwood. Jackson Lowry, Kirkwood's leading goal scorer, on his left. Still waiting for the clock. Oh, the scoreboard has gone completely blank now. Little bit of technical difficulties on the scoreboard this morning. So yes, leading goal scorer Jackson Lowry has 2 goals this weekend, powering the attack for Kirkwood. Going into the weekend, Aiden Lamb was also tied for the team leading goals. He's in Phoenix. He played that first game against St. Peter's, and then his family took off for Phoenix to visit family down there. So Jackson has carried some of the scoring load by himself with 2 goals this weekend. He leads the team with 5 on the season. The other Lowry brother is on Liam's right at the other forward. So we are underway here for the championship game. We're gonna have Jacob and Bodie on defense for Kirkwood in this opening line. Usually you see Blake paired with Bodie there, the 2 first-year Peewee players who were on the A1 squirt team last year that won the Blue Note Cup championship. Mixing up the lines a bit here. Meramec is in the zone early. Jaden steals it, skates it out himself. Up ahead to brother Jackson, shooting from the slot, but it's blocked and it's loose in the crease. Nervy moment early here. Another loose puck, can't get the glove to it. Jackson steals it, turning around, still keeping it in now. Centering it to Liam, over through the crease. Jaden was on the back door. Here comes another shot in from the point, that's Jacob. Bodie holding the line with Jackson. Bodie goes for a pinch. Meramec gets by him. And Jacob collects the puck in his own end, reverses course, comes up that same way, and Liam skates it out for Kirkwood, switching it to Jaden just ahead of him. Into the corner. Jaden still fighting for it, now wins it behind the goal, tries to center it. Meramec takes it back. All the way back to Gavin at center ice. Back up ahead into the zone. Kirkwood dumping it in. Here comes the forecheck, that's Bryson getting a stick to it in the corner. Now deep pinch from Blake, gets it back to Bryson behind the goal. Tries to center it, nobody's home. Meramec's gonna, no, they will not skate it out. Sam gets a stick to it. He dumps it in deep. Sam coming down, chase his own shot. Bryson picks it up. Loses it behind the goal, and here comes the pinch from Gavin. Sends it to the opposite corner. Good possession and pressure here from Kirkwood. Bryson slaps it forward through the crease. And Sam chases it. Gavin pinches, holds, sends it in deep. Bryson picks it up behind the net. Little backhand wraparound. Still on the puck. Tries to center. He had Dunbar in the low slot. Sam picks it up. Look at this. Look at this shift from Kirkwood. Just relentless, not giving it up. Again, Meramec will try to exit. This time they chip it on the boards. They do get out. Gavin's back for Kirkwood. Meramec now dumping it in. That was a long shift in the O-zone for Kirkwood. Now Meramec's gonna try to do the same. Gavin gets it to it in the corner. Trying to come up the boards. Now the puck switches to the opposite side. And Blake's on the puck, carries it out. Meramec sends it right back in. And that'll be icing. So big shift from Kirkwood there. Lots of sustained time in the offensive zone. Didn't get too many great looks at goal out of it, but showing that they can skate with this A2 team. Liam Gale in the faceoff circle, David on his left, Leo on his right. As Jacob sends a shot that's blocked, and here comes Meramec on a 3-on-2. Shot comes in over the bar. Meramec gets the rebound. Meramec still in the puck behind the goal. Here comes some support. That's Liam stealing the puck. Turned over at the top of the face-off circle. Shot coming wide of Rory's glove and the bar. Liam on it in the corner. Bodie helping out. Meramec skating away with it. They have it behind the goal. Tries to center. It's blocked by Bodie. Sticked out of the air. Oh, that's dangerous. Slides wide of the post. Liam now up the boards. And Leo sends it out, but here comes Meramec right back in. David stealing the puck, carrying it out. Meramec steals it right back. And they come in offsides. So little nervy moment for Kirkwood there. The puck was up in the air and slapped out of the air with the stick right into the crease. And then Meramec got the rebound and slid it towards goal, but just wide of the post. That could have snuck in. Good hand-eye coordination getting that one out of the air with the stick. And now Meramec starting to sustain some possession and pressure of their own. Big battle in the corner for the puck. Meramec comes away with it, centers it, but good stick by Blake to break it up. And a stretch pass up to Jackson. Gets away from him all the way to the end boards. No icing. Bryson centers it all the way to the other side. Here comes Meramec. Into the corner for Gavin. He sends it up to Jackson. Meramec holds it at the point. Switches to the other side. They do find... Oh man, they switched to the other side. Wide open Shark in the opposite face-off circle. Had time to sit on it. Here comes Bryson through. Oh, he had and it's a deflection and it's in the goal. Kirkwood Stars lead 1-0. Wow, that was a beautiful scoring chance for Meramec on the other end. Had time and space in the face-off circle. Ripped a wrist shot. Rory kept it out. Kirkwood comes the other way. Bryson comes with speed, and there was a little confusion on the D-line for Meramec. It looked like they left him unmarked as he headed to goal. He had an open shot and declined it, opted to make the pass instead, and the pass deflects off a skate and goes in the goal. And here comes Kirkwood knocking on the door again. Kirkwood fighting for it in the corner. Meramec steals the puck, chips it out. Jacobs back there for Kirkwood, dumps it right back in. Meramec's first to it behind the goal, sending it up the boards. Skating it out. Chipping it forward. Good stick by Bodie to break up. And Sam steals the puck at the blue line. Skates it in. Tries to center it. It falls to Dunbar on the other side. His shot goes behind the goal. Sam on the puck in the corner, centering. Almost gets to Dunbar in the slot. Just misses him. Liam stealing it in the face-off circle. And now Jacob holds it in momentarily. Sharks come right back out. Nice stick by Sam to chip it in. Sharks deal with it. Going for a change. And now Sam steals it again. And Bryson has it. Shooting, scoring! Bryson! His second goal of the game. A couple of timely steals by the Stars. They come in strong on the attack. And Bryson, the first time he scored, it was a deflection on a pass he made. He'll get credit for it. This one was a clean winning goal. Beating the goalie into the back of the net. Nice wrist shot. Sam stealing the puck initially, making the push. Bryson in support, again making a steal in the offensive zone. and shooting it straight into the goal. Early 2-0 lead for Kirkwood. They're looking for more. Long shot by Leo goes off the pads. Stretch pass misses its mark. Gavin has it. Sends it back in. So Kirkwood jumping out to a 2-0 lead with 2 goals from Bryson. As he joins Jackson Lowry at the top of the goal scoring leaderboard for Kirkwood this season at 5. Now Meramec trying to mount an attack of their own at the other end. Centering pass, Sharks are there. They're wide of the post again. It's loose in the crease, and it stays out. And Sharks knocking on the door. Stars just sent it the length of the ice. So Sharks are getting their chances, but they're having trouble getting the puck on goal. Missing many of their shots just wide of the post. They have been able to get sticks to the puck in the crease, sticks to the puck in the low slot, but just can't force a save out of Rory as they're sending it wide, missing their mark. And Sharks turn it over at the center line. Here comes Jaden Lowry shooting, scoring! Over the glove, into the goal. Jaden Lowry stealing the puck in the neutral zone, skating in and shooting it over the glove. 3-0 Stars here early in the championship game, and Meramec wants a timeout as Kirkwood has absolutely blitzed them here in the first period, getting the turnovers and getting the shots on goal and shots into the goal for a 3-0 lead here in the first period. Bryson had the first 2 goals, came on a rush, 2-on-2. The defense looked like they both tried to mark the same guy and left Bryson with a clear path to the goal. I thought he should have shot it, honestly. He went for the pass to the double-covered teammate. It hits off a skate and slides under the goalie for the first goal. His second goal, a pair of steals by Sam and Bryson coming in on another rush. This time, it is a shooter's shot. Bryson rips it past the goalie for goal number 2 of the game. And then here you see Jaden making a steal just outside the blue line, skates it in, and rips a wrister of his own right over the glove. And that's how Kirkwood leads 3-0 here in the championship game. And Kirkwood in the offensive zone. Bodie's got it, top of the face-off circle, long shot goes wide. They'll pile up, and Meramec has it, but held in by Jacob at the point, down on the boards. Now Meramec finds the exit, but the puck is loose. It's a race. Bodie gets to it first. Jacob sends it up to Jackson. And Meramec dumps it in offsides. So it'll be Bryson with 2 goals on the dot for Kirkwood. Meramec wins the draw, carrying it in. Gavin shooting it out. Gets past the Sharks. It was tipped, so no icing. Wow, what a centering pass from Bryson, chasing that one down. Couldn't get the handle on it, and Sharks come the other way. Now battle for it in the neutral zone. And Bryson gets it across the line. But Meramec comes right back the other way. Skating in, long, soft shot. No problem for Rory. held in by the Sharks. Centering pass is picked off by Blake. Tries to shoot it out, held in by the Sharks. Sent back down. Blake steals it again. Looking for a pass, finds Dunbar on the other side. Sharks break it up. Sam holds it in. Nice job on the blue line there. And Dunbar goes down. Arm goes in the air. We'll have a power play for Kirkwood, already leading 3-0. So Dunbar taking down just on the edge of the face-off circle there. Draws the penalty. And Kirkwood will have the first power play of the game. Liam Gale goes into the face-off circle for Kirkwood. David on his left. Leo on his right. Back to Jacob. Sends a long shot. Rebound. David was there. It gets under his stick. Now Sharks chip it out. Jacob gathers it for Kirkwood. Shooting it. And it is icing. So good look at goal off of that power play draw. Liam winning it. And the shot rebounding out to David. Couldn't get his stick down quick enough. So no shot on goal there, but a great chance. As Jacob turns around, comes up the other way. Here comes the power play for Kirkwood. Sliding to David on the far boards. Meramec sends it out. Bodie on the puck. Just dumps it in. Bounces it softly to the goalie. Now here comes the forecheck for Kirkwood. That's David and Liam down there for the Stars. Liam winning it in the corner against two Sharks. Still fighting for it now. Leo picks it up. Out to David. Back to Jacob at the point. Long shot coming to the end boards. Now Meramec has it. Bodie tries to hold it in. He does. Nice job, Bodie, holding the line, dumping it in deep. Blocked by Liam, centering it off the side netting. David chases it into the corner. Now the Sharks skate out. Here comes Bryson in hard. That's going to be a penalty. Bryson came in like a wrecking ball on that one. So Sharks are back to full strength, and now they will go on the power play on the Bryson penalty. Bryson with 2 goals, the first 2 goals of this game. So we'll see Kirkwood's penalty kill with Bryson in the box. Face-off goes into the corner. Nice steal by Blake. Tries to send it out. He does. It gets by. And here's Jackson coming with speed, breaking through. And Jaden now skating with it into the corner. Jackson still pestering the Sharks. Makes another turnover. Jaden picks it up, and that's the end of the period. What a period it was for Kirkwood, leading 3-0 after the first frame. They'll still have 54 seconds of penalty to kill off at the start of the second, but wow, the Stars came out hot this first period. Bryson scoring the first 2 goals, jumping out to a big lead for the Stars in this championship game against the A2 Meramec Sharks. We'll go through the goals again. Bryson scoring the opener on our 2-on-2 rush. The Sharks defense gave him a path to the goal. He opted to pass it instead. Pass goes off a skate, slides under the goalie for the opening goal of the game. Second goal came off of a steal by Sam Hughes. Sharks got it back just for a second because Bryson stole it right back for Kirkwood. This time he takes the shot and he doesn't miss, rips it into the back netting for his second goal of the game and a 2-goal lead. He's in the box now for 54 more seconds as we start the third. Blake Warfel skating it forward. Jaden thought about shooting, lost the handle. Now Sharks are on the power play, even though it's been in their end at the start of this period. So Bryson joining Jackson at the top of the goal scoring leaders for Kirkwood this season with 5. I believe it was Jaden Lowry getting the third goal, if I remember correctly. And he also making a steal in the neutral zone, skating it in, ripping a wrister over the goalie's glove. And that's how we have 3-0 scoreline. And here comes the Sharks on the power play off the post. And now it's on the line. Rory gets a glove to it. It was loose. It was flirting with that goal line. Rory reaches back and keeps it out, preserving the clean sheet. And the 3-0 lead for Kirkwood. Finishing the power play here. Kirkwood coming back to full strength. Rory covers it, and Stars kill off the penalty. So initial shot goes off the post for Meramec, and then a little bit of chaos ensued. The puck bounced and slid around to the other side of the goal. Looked like it was creeping in across the goal line, but Rory found it just in time to keep it out. Here comes Meramec, blocked before the shot could get off. And here's Liam battling for it in the corner. And we have a penalty. So Kirkwood will get its second power play of the game. Penalties starting to pile up here after a pretty clean start to this one. Feels like 3 penalties in a row almost in succession. 2 against Meramec, 1 against Kirkwood as they take their second power play. Liam chasing it behind the goal. Pinch coming from Gavin. He switches it, but it slides out of the zone. David skates it in, but offsides. So Kirkwood will take its power play out to the neutral zone. It's Liam on the dot, David on his right, Leo on his left, Blake and Gavin on defense. David has it in the corner, looking for the pass, centers it, it's loose in the bottom of the slot. Meramec gets to it first and sends it the length of the ice. It is on goal, so no icing, and Rory does have to cover. She likes to play those when she can, but forecheck was coming in, so Meramec doing a good job of not just clearing it, but keeping it on goal so there's no icing, and then hustling down to make sure they force the face-off. We've got 50 seconds left in the Kirkwood power play. Puck pops up into the air. Bodie's got it. Backhands it up to Jaden. Now Jackson on the puck for Kirkwood. Picked off at the center line by the Sharks. They come in shorthanded. Shot is blocked. Jacob on it for Kirkwood behind the goal. Jaden picks it up in the corner. Stolen by the Sharks, but nobody home. Short-handed. 25 seconds left in the power play for Kirkwood. Can they get something going here? Another steal, but taken right back by Jaden. Pretty strong penalty kill from the Sharks here. They're keeping it in Kirkwood's side. They can't get a push going up the ice. 9 seconds left in the power play. Hard contact on the blue line. Bodies fly everywhere. No penalty is called. So Sharks are back to full strength. Now Kirkwood comes in. No longer on the power play. Sharks steal it back. 2-on-2. Now Kirkwood gets another defender back. Sharks with it on the end boards. Into the corner. Stolen by Jacob. Taken behind his own goal. Up to Jaden. Back to Jacob. He skates forward, shoots it, slides it off the goalie's pads. Jacob holding the line. Long shot coming. David goes for the deflection. Tried to get to a stick to it out of the air. That would have been a nice looking goal. David in the corner. Tries to center it, picked off by the Sharks. They send it out. This goes the length of the ice, should be icing. It is. So it was Jacob holding the line on the blue line, sending a long wrister about waist high for these players. David tries to deflect down out of the air, just misses it. Good look at goal there for Kirkwood. Leading 3-0 in this championship game, looking for more, but here comes the Sharks. Gavin picks it up behind the goal, sends it up the boards. It gets past the pinching Shark, and David's got it on the boards, but stays with it. Sharks come the other way. Stopped by Kirkwood at the blue line. They look for a different entrance. This time they find it. Dumping it in deep behind the goal. Gavin sends it along up the boards to Dunbar. He skates it out. Skating in, Dunbar shooting. Kept out by the goalie. Pinch coming from Gavin. Oh, I thought the Sharks might get by him there. They would have been clearing away for a breakaway, but Gavin does keep it in the zone. David's got it behind the goal. Finds Sam. He shoots it. Saved by the goalie. Nice pass from David from behind the goal. Finding Sam at the bottom of the face-off circle. One times it on goal, but goalie was there. And the lead stays at 3-0 for Kirkwood. 8 minutes left here in the second period. Liam in the face-off circle for the Stars. Sharks get to it. Come up the ice. Bodie's got it behind the goal. Up around the corner and up the boards to Jackson, who finds Leo one-on-one with the defender now. Has some space. Shooting from the face-off circle. Wide of the goal. Leo back on it behind the goal. Changes directions. Over to Jackson. He's on it. Centering pass. Just gets past Liam. And now Sharks are skating the other way. They dump it in, and it's offsides. Or not offsides, icing. Icing will bring it all the way to the other end. Some nice passing by the Stars in the offensive zone. Heads are up, looking for each other. They're not just sending it to a spot, but finding the open man, generating some good looks at goal, trying to break through for a fourth one. As the Sharks lose the puck to Blake, but now they get it back and come out, skating through the neutral zone, gaining the blue line, dumping it in deep. Puck goes loose to the crease. Rory's there, comes back and she covers. Bryson in the face-off circle for Kirkwood. He wins the draw and skates it up himself. Over to Jaden now. Back. Oh, here comes, oh, the Sharks looked like they were coming with speed, and that is going to be a tripping call. That wasn't the blue line that tripped him up. Looked like Star stick. So Meramec will get its second power play of the game. Trailing 3-0 here in the championship against Kirkwood. It's the A2 Sharks against Kirkwood's A3 Peewee team, 12 and under. Jaden takes the face-off for Kirkwood. David battles for it along the boards. Out to Jacob. Dangerous, loose and in. So the Meramec gets one back on the power play. Looked like Kirkwood won the draw, got it over the boards. Meramec won it back. Shot came in. Rory made the initial stop, but the rebound bounced loose behind her in the crease. And a Shark was there on the back door. Easy tap in for the goal on the power play. And the Sharks bite into this lead. Was 3-0, now 3-1 on the power play goal. All of Kirkwood's goals coming in the first frame. First two were scored by Bryson before Jaden wristed it past the glove for goal number 3. Sharks get one back here in the second period on the power play. Face-off goes dangerously into the slot, but through. And now Sam tries to carry it out, but he's stopped. Jackson chips it up the boards and out. But right back in come the Sharks. Now Jackson up the ice again, this time into the zone. Sharks steal it back, coming with speed, one-on-one with the defender. That's Gavin back. Sharks get behind him. Backhand, Rory is there. Nice one-on-one chance for Meramec. Gavin did just enough to get the skater going wide. Could only manage a soft backhand. Rory in position for the save. Keeps it 3-1 Stars here. The Sharks are circling, shooting. Where's the puck? Is it under her pads? It's kept out by Rory. Nice pad save by the Star goalie. Sharks were circling at the top of the zone. Sliding shot gets all the way to goal. Rory kicks out the pads. It looked like it might have slipped under the pad, but she gets enough pressure on it to keep it from squirting in across the goal line. And Kirkwood keeps its 3-1 lead. Bryson in the face-off circle for Kirkwood. Wins the draw. Back to Bodie. Sends it up the boards. Sharks steal it. Shooting off the glove and over the bar. Bodie chasing it down through the slot. Up ahead to Leo. Leo retreats back into his own end behind the goal. Tries the other side. Sharks steal it, long shot, wide to the end boards. Sharks back at the point, long shot coming in, floating. It's wide as well. Sharks get it back in the corner. Where's the pressure from? And this one off of Rory and over the goal. I think Kirkwood needs a change. Now Jacob. Up ahead to Bryson, they do get it out of the zone, clearing some pressure, but only momentarily. Sharks are coming right back in. Now Jacob just sends it the length of the ice. on goal, so no icing. And here comes the forecheck, so the Sharks goalie has to cover, and that is a big moment for Kirkwood. They were under heavy pressure. Sharks sustaining possession in the offensive zone. Looked like tired legs on defense for Kirkwood. And to get the clearance, not only the clearance, but avoiding the icing by getting it on goal and then forcing the face-off in the offensive zone. That is exactly what the Stars needed after all of that sustained possession and pressure from Meramec. That was a big shift from the Sharks. Looked like they were really knocking on the door to get another goal back. But Rory doing all she can to keep it out and keep that Star lead at a multi-goal margin. Back to Blake at the center line. Skates over it and dumps it in. Goes behind the goal. Sharks are there. Taken back by David behind the goal. Changes directions. Still fighting for it. Sharks come in and steal it. Switching it to the other side. Here comes a rush from the Sharks. Backhand. Goes wide. Jackson's on the puck for Kirkwood. Taken away by the Sharks. Shot coming in from the point to the end boards. Gavin's there for Kirkwood. Up to Leo. Now out to Jackson. 2-on-1 if they hurry. It's David with him. Loses the handle. Still fighting for it on the boards. More players coming in. Sharks are skating away with it. Battle on the boards right below us. It squirts into Kirkwood's end. Gavin collects the puck behind his own goal, sends it up the boards to Bryson. No, that's Jackson. And the puck comes in offsides. So 3-1 Kirkwood. 2:41 left in the second period of this championship game. A2 Sharks versus A3 Stars. Sam and Liam get it out for Kirkwood. Sharks come right back in, but offsides again. We'll have another neutral zone face-off. Liam winning the draw, pushing forward. Dunbar, first to it on the boards below us. Sharks on the puck in the corner, skating it out. They have space for a rush here. Now stopped just across the blue line. Sam with a nice back check, stealing the puck. And here comes Dunbar with him. Centering behind Sam. Sam gets to it, sends it around behind the goal. Dunbar's there, Sharks take it. Can't hold it in. Jacob skates parallel to the blue line, lets his team get on sides, dumps it back in. Sam centering. Goalie covers. A little bit of a skirmish in front of the goal here. So it will be Jackson Lowry in the face-off circle for Kirkwood. Bryson on his right. Leo on his left. Blake and Gavin on defense. Jackson back to Gavin. Goes behind the goal. Leo is there, in deep for Kirkwood. Back to the other side. Sharks will be there, overskates it for a moment, so here comes Jackson, and he got time to get back to it. They turn it over and send it back in. More Sharks there, another whiff. Kirkwood steals it again in the slot. It was loose. Blake Dumps it back down. Sharks send it out. It will go the length of the ice for icing. So Meramec a little loose with the puck in their own end. Had a couple chances to clear the zone, but taking an extra second or two to deal with the puck gives the Stars a chance to catch up to them, take it back, and get a couple of nervy moments for Meramec there. Bodie is on the puck now for Kirkwood, trying to hold the line. Sharks break out. Tries to center it, but Bodie's there. David now battling on the boards, goes deep, back to Bodie. David on the puck for Kirkwood. Skates it out. Slows down for his teammates to catch up to him. Another Shark misses a puck. Now Liam skates in. He had David on the back post, but the puck goes off the skates of the defender. And that's the end of the second period. So Meramec does get a goal back on the power play. Bites into Kirkwood's lead, which was 3-0 after the first period. Now it's 3-1 going into the second intermission. But Kirkwood still in control of this game, not just on the scoreboard, but they have had the upper hand on the ice. And you can see the Sharks really getting sloppy with the puck there at the end of the period in their own end, giving Kirkwood a couple extra chances to widen that lead back to 3. The power play goal was scored by Meramec off of the initial face-off at the start of that power play. Shot came in. Rory got a piece of it, but the rebound fell behind her, and a Shark was on the back door. Ended up being an easy tap-in for their only goal of the game. So they cut that lead down 3-1 as we head towards the final frame of this championship game. A2 Sharks versus A3 Stars. Puck is on the ice. Gavin shoots it forward to Dunbar. He skates in, tries to split the defense, gets it all the way to goal. Can't cover, so it goes behind the net. Jackson picks it up, and we're going to have a penalty here. Looked like a cross-check. Cross-check is the sign from the referee. So Meramec will have its third power play of the game, and that is how they scored their only goal so far today. And it did come off that initial face-off draw, so Kirkwood will want to win this one. Meramec wins the draw, back to the point. Long shot comes in. Gavin gets a stick to it. Goes to the corner. Meramec's first to it. Circling. Sliding it into the slot. Gavin's there with the stick. Sharks steal it back. Gavin gets a stick to it again. And now Jackson's on the puck. Skating it out for Kirkwood shorthanded. He's taken down, but the arms stay down as well. We skate on. Here comes Meramec on the power play. Just lofts it into the air over everybody in the slot. Gavin's gonna get to it behind the goal. Changes directions. Comes up on our side. Jackson centers it to Dunbar one-on-one. If he hurries, Shark back check comes in. Kirkwood goes for a change. Gets fresh penalty kill skaters out there. Now Jacob changing directions as Sharks go for a change as well. 20 seconds left on the power play for Meramec. Puck is dumped in. Bodie will get to it first behind the goal. Sharks pick it up at the top of the face-off circle. Shooting. Rory's got the glove to it. 2 seconds left on the power play as Rory flashes the leather, keeping the lead at 3-1. Oh, Meramec wins the draw. It falls to a dangerous spot, but Rory keeps it out. Sharks winning that face-off draw, still up a man with the power play. The puck came loose into the slot, and Sharks could have stepped up and fired a shot there. Very nervy moment for Kirkwood at the end of that penalty kill, but they're back to full strength now. Bodie sending it forward to center ice. Leo steps up now. Bodie follows his pass. Up ahead to Leo. Can't get it going. So it's back out to Jacob. Sharks coming in the other way. Behind the defense. Shooting off the crossbar and in. That hit the corner of the pipe. Right where the post meets the crossbar. I believe they call that bar down in hockey land. Very nice shot by the Sharks. A little bit of a turnover here at neutral ice. Sharks skates in with speed, gets behind the defense, had a clear look at the goal, and just ripped a wrister right off the iron and in. And here they come again, backhand, and they score! Tie game! And just like that, we are tied here in the championship. 2 goals in a matter of seconds for the Sharks. Winning that face-off draw, coming right back in. So Sharks, they get the steal at center ice, skate in behind the defense, wicked wrister, past Rory, off the iron and in. Then on the next face-off, Sharks win the draw, push forward in the offensive zone, and you know, it was an in-close chance, but it was on the backhand. It wasn't, you know, it looked innocent enough. For as close as they were to the goal, it didn't look too dangerous of a chance, but they do get that backhand up into the air, over Rory's glove, into the goal, and 2 quick strikes from the Sharks tie this game. 3-3. Kirkwood had a commanding 3-0 lead coming out of the first period. Sharks got one back on the power play in the second period. And now back-to-back goals, only seconds apart, have tied it with 10.5 minutes left to go. Sharks win the draw again. Kirkwood called a timeout after those consecutive goals, trying to reset the energy. Both teams have used their timeouts now in this game. Sharks had to call the early timeout after the 3 early goals by Kirkwood. Kirkwood now using their timeout after the 2 quick goals by Meramec. So 10 minutes to play, tied game, 3-3. Championship on the line here at the Rolling Thunder tournament in Wentzville as Jackson breaks out for Kirkwood. He's got David with him. Goes down, stepping up is Gavin, dumping it into Jackson in the corner. Centering Liam, shot, slapper, one-timer, loose in the crease. David had to stick to it. Goalie keeps it out. Great chance from Kirkwood. Blake skates in, Jackson holds the line, Shark goes down, delayed penalty here. This is going to be a penalty against Kirkwood. So Sharks will go back on the power play with fresh energy after tying the game. And all of a sudden, the momentum is turning against Kirkwood very quickly here. They had a really nice rush there, generated a great scoring chance, But after the goalie kept it out, they came back into the zone, and Meramec was tripped, and they go back on a power play. So Kirkwood with a very important penalty kill here. Meramec in the face-off circle, shot coming. Rory's got the glove to it. Looks like Dunbar in the face-off circle for Kirkwood. Meramec wins the draw. Bodie sends it up and out. Off the board, so no icing. Meramec regroups, comes back. 3-on-3 here. Power play unit comes in. Kirkwood gets a stick to it. That was Bodie. Centering pass is picked off by Jacob. Battles forward in the corner. Sends it up, but not out. Sharks hold the line. Top of the slot. Shot is blocked, goes down into the corner. Sam slaps it out to center ice. 25 seconds left in the power play for Meramec. Chipping it in. Jacob back for Kirkwood. Sending it up to Dunbar, who chips it out. 10 seconds left in the power play. Here they come again. Skating in. Passing, shooting. Kick save by Rory. Big save by the star goalie as Kirkwood returns to full strength. That was nice passing by the Sharks. Getting it to the low slot. Slap shot came in. Rory was there. Had to kick out the pads to keep it out. And now Sharks are coming again. Power play is over. Shark goes hard into the boards. Now Gavin's gonna skate it out for Kirkwood. He's got Jaden with him and Bryson too. There's Jaden on the back post. Sharks coming the other way. Centering pass, broken up by the defense. It slides to Rory, and she covers. So just before that penalty, Kirkwood had a really nice sequence at the other end, generated a great scoring chance. And then they kill off the penalty. We're stay 3-3. Liam in the face-off circle for Kirkwood. He's got David on his left. Jackson on his right. Shot is slid through the slot. Doesn't get to the goal. Meramec has it at center ice. Jacob has it in his defensive zone. Lifts it out. Sharks back on the puck. Dumping it back in. Should be icing. It is. So Kirkwood will get an offensive zone face-off as the Sharks have started to sustain pressure at the other end. But the icing will help Kirkwood out, bringing it to Meramec's side. Same line here, Liam in the circle, Jackson and David at the wings, Bodie and Jacob on defense. That's Jacob keeping it in, dumping it in deep. David forechecking, wins the puck behind the goal, over to Liam. Battle in the corner, Bodie deep pinch. Sharks clear the zone. Jacob back for Kirkwood. Passing up ahead to David. He's got Liam with him. Shot comes in. Forces a save. Centering pass. Sam gets to it in the slot. It does come out. Jacob gives his teammates time to get on sides and dumps it back into the corner. Here comes the forecheck. That's David. And now Sam with him. Sharks clear the zone. Gavin chases it back into his own end. Up ahead to Jaden. Battle for it on the boards. Jacob skates away with it. Wraps it around to the other side. That's Dunbar for Kirkwood. Meramec steals it. Centering pass. Jacob gets a stick to it. Breaks it up. Sends it out. Sam at the center line. He's got Jaden with him. Sam back on the puck. He's got, oh, that's Dunbar on the back post, but it bounces over his stick. And now taken down in the corner. Penalty. Kirkwood will have a power play. So Kirkwood will get a power play here. 4:42 left in the game. Tied 3-3 in this championship. Big shift coming here for Kirkwood with the man advantage. It'll be Jaden in the face-off circle for the Stars. Sam on his left. Dunbar on his right. Gavin and Blake on defense. Puck is on the ice. Power play, forecheck comes in. That's Sam battling for it in the corner. He loses his stick. Jaden over to it. Gavin holds the line, tries to switch sides. It slides out to neutral ice. Dunbar dumps it in. Getting onsides, yes, he does. But Meramec collects the puck. Gavin holds it, dumps it. Now, Sharks send it out. This should be icing. If it makes it to the end line, it does. So 51 seconds left in the power play. Kirkwood couldn't get much going there on that first shift. They've got fresh skaters coming in with 51 seconds left with the man advantage. It'll be Liam in the face-off circle, Leo on his left, Bryson on his right. Bodie and Jacob on defense. Puck goes behind the goal. Oh, Bryson had a chance to steal it there. Gets away from him. Kirkwood regroups in the neutral zone. Bodie sends it up ahead. Bryson chasing it in to the corner. Gets a stick to it over to Leo. Finds Dunbar. That's Liam at the top of the face-off circle. Liam comes down to help out. Bodie has it, shoots it, hard wrister over the bar. Deep pinch comes from Jacob. Down to Leo in the corner. Back out to a couple of Stars battling for it. Whistle comes just as the Sharks get back to full strength. The scoreboard is clear of the penalty clock, so Sharks will have 5 on the ice for this face-off. 3:12 left to go in the championship, tied 3-3. Jackson on the face-off circle for Kirkwood. He's got it at the top of the slot, passes to Jaden. Another give and go, and a goal! What a play from Kirkwood. Great passing in the offensive zone. Jaden laying it off to Jackson laying it off to his brother Jaden, who centers it back into the slot. I think that was David who had the goal. Unbelievable sequence from Kirkwood to grab the lead here with just under 3 minutes left to go in the championship game. 4-3 Kirkwood. Kirkwood wins the draw. Jaden comes forward, centers it to Jackson, back to Jaden. Oh, he tried to shoot that, but missed. Now Sharks coming with speed the other way, picking it up. And defense diffuses the pressure. Sharks coming back in. David steals it, sends it over to Dunbar. He gets behind the defense. Centering, rebound, glove save. Bodie dumps it into Dunbar, centers it over the crease. Jaden's to it on the board, centering it back into the slot. They do get it to center ice. Bodie bobbles it a minute. And now here comes the Sharks on a change. Skating in with speed, taken down at the blue line. And yes, they do call tripping on that. So the referee who was right by the play did not make the call, but the referee behind it had the trip. So Sharks will get a power play here with 1:43 left in the game. So almost all of the game clock will be penalty clock for Meramec, as Kirkwood has grabbed a 4-3 lead. They scored the first 3 goals of the game, all in the first period. Meramec got one back on the power play in the second before 2 very quick goals. I mean, had to be like 10 seconds apart. Tied the game 3-3 early in the third period. Now Kirkwood with some great passing work in the offensive zone. Up by 1, but on the penalty kill. Long shot coming from the point. Goes wide. Sharks are first to it on the end boards. Circling, shooting, save. Back at the point, Sharks trying to load up a shot. Dumping it in deep instead. Goes behind the goal. Gavin has it, chips it out. Off a Shark. Here comes the forecheck, it's Liam. Blake up ahead to Liam. Jackson supporting the play. Sharks back on the puck, 45 seconds left to go. Sharks coming in, pass to the far post. Rory gets over and keeps it out. This puck is still loose. And now centering pass comes in. Top of the face-off circle, shot falls to the crease. It stays out. 8 seconds left in the penalty. Empty net. It's gonna slide in for a goal. Empty net, short-handed goal. Kirkwood leads 5-3 with 17 seconds left. 3 seconds left on the penalty kill. Oh, and this is bad news for Kirkwood. Rory looks shaken up back behind the play. The star goalie showing some pain and discomfort. Look, maybe like around the wrist area. She is the cornerstone of this team. Just an absolute anchor between the pipes for Kirkwood. That would be bad news for the Stars if she were injured to the point of not being able to play. But she looks like she's going to carry on, wearing the captaincy for this one. As Kirkwood gets the empty net, shorthanded goal on a clearance. And they have 10 seconds left in this championship. 3 seconds. And that's it. Kirkwood Stars are your Rolling Thunder champions. Taking down the A2 Sharks from Meramec. Jumping out to a 3-0 lead in first period. Sharks came storming back, tying the game. But the Stars regroup and come through. That game-winning goal was just incredible passing in the offensive zone. Jackson laying it off to the far post to Jaden, who just one-times it back into the slot. I called it as a give and go, but after looking back at it, I do believe David had that game-winning goal on the pass from Jaden. And then under heavy pressure on the penalty kill at the end of the game, they clear the zone, and it goes the length of the ice into the empty netter. Meramec was skating 6-on-4, trying desperately to tie the game on the penalty, and then pulling the goalie as well. As Meramec will receive its second place medals. They go through the handshake line with the Stars. Stars were fortunate to even be in this game after dropping their tournament opener 5-1 against the St. Peter's team that they had previously beaten 4-1. They really just came out flat in that game, and for the first time all season gave up the first goal of the game to the opponent. Played a really good second period, rebounded from that flat first to really show lots of energy and urgency, getting sticks to the 50-50 pucks, contesting everything in the neutral zone, looked like their normal selves, tied the game 1-1, but then when St. Peter's got a goal and retook the lead in the third, the wheels just really came off for Kirkwood, and the energy dropped, the urgency dropped, the effort dropped, and what should have been probably a 1 or 2 goal loss turned into a 4-goal loss, which is very problematic in these tournament settings, especially when it's a bigger than 4-team group. 6 teams in this group, only 2 championship slots available. You can't afford to take a lopsided loss like that, because goal differential usually is the main tiebreaker. But Kirkwood came back, won both of their games on Saturday, beating the A3 Sharks 3-1, and then surviving an absolute barn burner against Northwest Arkansas. That game was just a frantic pace, especially the first period, end-to-end action. It was only 2-1 final scoreline, but both teams had just, it seemed like one scoring chance after another at both sides. The goalies were really the stars of that game for both teams. Both attacks deserved more than 2 or 1 goals. Really the most fun I've ever had calling a hockey game. Stars really wanted more than a 1-goal victory out of that one, but the Junior Ice Hogs gave them all they could handle. Kirkwood does skate away with the 1-goal win. So then they had the scoreboard watch during the evening. They needed St. Peter's to lose to that A3 Sharks team that Kirkwood beat, which in my mind was a considerable upset, but that's what happened. Those A3 Sharks got the upset win that Kirkwood needed, and then in the late game, it was these A2 Sharks against the Rockets, and Kirkwood at that point, with St. Peter's losing, either needed the A2 Sharks to lose outright so they could jump ahead of them, or if the A2 Sharks were to win, they needed them to blow out the Rockets, because the Rockets already had 2 wins, and if they were the team taking that loss, they would be tied with Kirkwood, and that's where the goal differential equation came into play. So A2 Sharks got not only the win, but a 5-1 win over the Rockets, and Kirkwood sneaks ahead of them by 1 goal in the goal differential column. That's how they sneak this championship game, and they were ready for it, jumping out to a very early, quick, commanding 3-0 lead in the first period. 2 goals from Bryson, followed by a goal from Jaden. Sharks called a timeout, tried to regroup. They were not deterred, battled back with the power play goal in the second. 2 quick goals in the third, tying it up before the game winner from the Stars, and then an empty net penalty kill clearance seals the